Okay, we are live. What's happening? I'm going to move this microphone back just a little bit. There we go. And right about there. Let's turn it up just a hair. Okay. That should do it. There. All right, we're all good. Okay, gotta mute myself. There we go. Okay, welcome in. Welcome to the late edition Glow Show. We are going to be exploring the uranium jellyfish. Right off the bat, we are going right into the jellyfish. No warm up, no practice, just straight up glow show. All right, I do have to turn on my light up. Crap. There we go. That adds a little bit of help. That makes a big difference. What's up, Dragonfly? George, I'm doing good. Thank you for everything. What's up, Stephanie? How are you? So, yeah, we are doing the uranium jellyfish tonight. And I am going to be having some fun with it. We're just diving right in, though. We're not going slow, just going to dive right in. But I do want to try two different versions of the tentacles real quick. I need to lower this for just a second. There we go. Make sure we're all good. Yep, microphone sounds good. All right. Been watching the Northern Lights? Oh, that's freaking awesome. Okay, so we're going to try a couple different versions of this. I'm trying to remember how long I did that. Okay. We're going to be manipulating this in a couple different ways. First things first, we got to build all the tentacles ahead of time. But I don't want just straight up uranium for the tentacles. I want to kind of add a flavor to it. So they'll have some different colors transitioning through it. Yep, we got plenty of space. We are good. So this is the uranium glass as it is. We're going to try a stripe of the slime next to it. And see how that works. And then we're going to try the shimmer green. Part of me says we should do just both colors. Give it a trifecta of color. And that may actually work. Let's just do it right now. We're going to give it a trifecta. So there's the slime green, we got the shimmer green, and then we're going to add in a clear on top of it to balance everything out. I know the sun, I guess, what's up, Beth? Joshua, how are you? I guess there was a super coronal explosion. And so, yeah, the northern lights should be very visible tonight. Coronal ejection, that's what it's called. I think it's coronal ejection. All right, so we're going to grab this here and smooth this out. On both sides. Actually, the clear on top of the uranium may actually help. It may magnify the uranium on the inside. That may not be a terrible idea at all. So we're going to grip it here. So yeah, we have slime, shimmer green, and then uranium with clear, surrounded by clear. You got clouds? Yeah, I know, right? All right, so we got to get enough of this heated up. We're going to bring it out and pull it down. Yeah, that's actually going to look kind of cool for the tentacles. We are doing the uranium glass jellyfish tonight. So we are making the jellyfish like this one, but we're using uranium glass for the bottom portion. So that is the little first start of it. I think that's way too big, but it certainly gives me the right approach to it. We're just going to park those in the kiln one at a time, and then we'll come back to it. So this is the uranium glass we're going to start with, like that. And then we're going to, turn it to jellyfish. We are making the jellyfish, but we're going to make the tentacles out of uranium glass, a mixture of uranium glass, not just straight. So that means under a black light, it will glow radioactively, really intense. I'll show you what it looks like. It's just going to add some character to it. So this is all uranium glass down here. You can see how bright that is. And then some of these marbles are uranium. So I want to have that jellyfish itself, all the tentacles down below. What's up, Connie? Brian, how are you? But this is going to take a minute. Got to build all these little parts individually. So this takes a minute. Can't get around that, unfortunately. If you want to do it right, got to do it right. Just subscribe. I appreciate the subscription, by the way. I definitely appreciate the subscription. All right, let's go. Bring it in this way. And one more this way. Then we got to grab it like that. So yeah, we have basically three colors in here. The center is the uranium glass, and then we got slime green and a shimmer green on the outside here. I definitely make lots of hummingbirds. We are on that. I just promised everybody I would start the uranium jellyfish tonight. We did a kind of like a little poll last night, and the poll went pretty good. So I said I would do it, and we're going to do it. Keep it nice and centered on there as much as possible. Pull that off. I did it backwards on this though. Damn it. That's okay. I'll just attach a little punty here and redo it. This is supposed to be the bottom of the tentacle down here. And I went completely backwards with my holding rods. I probably should save all that uranium glass. Probably shouldn't be tossing it in there. Separate here. Yeah, it needs to be held on from down here because this will be the top of what goes into the jellyfish itself. But yeah, hopefully you can see that trifecta of color running through there. It's not just going to be one tiny little color on there. So we'll still get that really bright uranium glow to it. Joe Schmo, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, we are working with the uranium. This is it here. It is super intense glass that glows under a black light. It looks good without any light source too, though. It doesn't just require a black light to look good. This is it by itself. It's a cool looking color. Putting your hummingbird on the Christmas list, awesome. What brand is my torch? My torch is called a Glass Torch Technology, GTT for short. And I love this brand of torch. They are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic torches. Yeah, the glass is expensive. So my biggest expense in this is the colored glass. It is not the oxygen and propane. Of all the things, oxygen and propane are minimal expenses. The colored glass and clear glass and all of that is your huge expense. That's where a lot of your money goes. Like the uranium glass and this green that I'm tapping right there, roughly about $150 a pound. The slime green that I'm using is about 60 or so, depending on if it's on sale or not. So it's about half the cost. Thank you. Thank you, Scorch TV. I appreciate that. Jennifer, what's happening? All right, so I'm going to show you a bunch of stages as we're going through here. The tentacles are going a lot faster than I thought. We're going to get this jellyfish done early. I thought this was going to take a lot longer, but we're good. We are crunching and runching. I have no idea what runching is. Just came out. Here I go, making stuff up again. Apologize. Yeah, the glasses that I use are called didymium. Okay, it's not very straight, but it doesn't need to be. It's going to be a tentacle. But those are the three colors. Straight down. We're going to twist it up and give it a little character here. So the lens I use is called the didymium. It filters out certain spectrums of this flame. After I pull this tentacle, if you want to hang around for a minute, I will show you exactly what they look like through my eyes. I will give you an example. I have a big piece of didymium glass over here that I can use to put in front of the flame and show you exactly what it's like. Okay, so we're going to heat it up here. Give it a little twist. Now the hard part on this is you got to make sure that you don't bind, you don't touch the other end when you're spiraling this color down. But two, you don't want to pull it too thin. Got to leave a little bit of substance on there so that it has some character and it won't be super fragile. So this is what we're making right here, this jellyfish, but we're going to use the uranium. So the filter I was talking about is this right here. This is a larger piece of didymium. This is what goes into the glasses. I do have an extra shade of filter on here, like a welding glasses, but this is primarily the glass right here. So you can see it there in the flame, and then watch. Oops, just killed my bee. There. So now you can see that we're taking out some of that. Let's go down the size. This will show it a lot better. There, now you can really see the results of that super bright to a little mellowed out right there. So that's how my glasses interact with the flame. All right, let's grab some more glass. Yeah, this is the part that sucks, building all this up. But it's nice, I got a bunch of little short uranium rods that I get to put to use. Might actually get 2 tentacles out of this one single piece here. How's everyone doing tonight anyway? Y'all doing good? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. Yeah, the bee came out good. Oh, I got it backwards. Got it. So we're going to angle it a little bit that way. There's the bee. And he does have the cool little uranium eyes. I don't know if it's very visible on there, but the eyes are lighting up. Tonight we are making the jellyfish, but we are using uranium for the tentacles coming down. But I do want to have a trifecta of color running through it. I don't want the tentacle just to be one single color. Kind of want to have a mixture of greens, so it gives it a little depth and character. I see so many people just putting one single color on for a tentacle, and while it looks okay, you could do a lot better by having multiple. So now you can see, what's up, Red Squeak? So now you can see we got a dark green, a slime green, and then the uranium right in the middle. And we're going to take some clear and cover up that uranium. YouTube can be a scary place. No, YouTube's fine. Trying to go pee near an electric fence, now that's scary. Now that's what you call scary. This is fine. All right, so a little clear right there. Hi, Anne. How are you? Here we go. Gonna pull it down. Ah, there we are. How many years to develop the skill? It is kind of, I'm a little different for it because I learned from my mother. She started when I was 2 years old, so I grew up with it. So I'm probably not the best person to ask about that, but I have trained a lot of people, and I can tell you the 6 month range is kind of the sweet spot. At about 6 months, you're doing pretty good if you put the time in. If you only practice like 1 hour a week, then it's going to be a lot longer. But if you put 3, 4, 5 hours a week in, yeah, you can definitely progress a lot better and faster. Let's pull this all the way down this way. So there is that tentacle. So we are building these down here. They will all fit in the jellyfish like that. I'm just going to park this in. So we already got 4 done. I'm going to make probably 10. I don't think I'll use all 10, but I would like to have some backup just in case one breaks, cracks, or something. I don't want to have to stop in the middle of the piece and try and remake another part. So we'll probably have 10, a couple backups. Tim, thank you. I appreciate that. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fantastic. Oop, speaking of cracks, I got a little crack right down there. Got a little cold. But good news is it will fuse up because it is just in its basic starting point, so it's not going to be a big deal. We're going to bring it down. Let gravity do its thing. This one I kind of want to pull. I don't want it to necessarily loop. I just want it to bend. I don't want it to loop and swirl. Like that. Because if you have too many loops in there, you're not going to put them together very well. All right, so yeah, there are 3 colors on here. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. We're halfway there. Won't take long. It's going pretty quick here. But we are using the uranium glass, so that is what is right here. That is this funky stuff. And you can see it on the marbles. So we should get a nice epic glow out of it. All goes well. This one I'm just going to cut in half. Let's add in the second and third color and make it work. And here we go. Pull it down. Grab that sparkle green. Like that. And then some clear. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. Where did that one particular rod go? There. That's the one I want. Hi, Jojo. L to the B. How are ya? Sometimes you just melt a little glass. Well, there you go. You like the crunchy version or the smooth version? Doing good? Awesome. Hello, Cheryl. So yeah, we are working the jellyfish tonight. That's what all these little bits come in handy for too. How's it going, Daisy girl? Hello from Sun City, California. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, so we're going to heat this up and pull it down and in. Again, this one's going to have a little bit of that curvature, not a loop. This is going to be kind of a big jellyfish. I'm not super thrilled about that part. It'll be a little big. So yeah, we got the little tentacle going. Like that. So just a little tricolor tentacle, kind of rocking. I appreciate it. I clip things. I appreciate that. Yeah, all the likes would help. Subscriptions would help. You know, we're still a newer channel, so everything is helpful. I really appreciate everybody. Am I the guy that tests food? No. Although you can tell, I tested a lot of food. That's not obvious. Yeah, I tested a lot of food. Just never got paid for it. Okay. So again, we're using uranium glass. That is this funky, cool stuff right here. It is super effective at glowing with a black light. I love it. It is very fun to work with. It is not toxic at all. It is not toxic at all. It is, in fact, pretty stable. This color right here is far more dangerous than the uranium. Lucky Lex is in the house. L to the B, thank you for the jellyfish. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uranium glass does only come in green. Yeah, it is very, very green. It reminds me, there's a very old movie out there, a B movie called Reanimator. The Reanimator. And this reminds me of that color in Reanimator. I actually like that movie. It's a freaking cool movie. I think it's so awful. It's badass. What's up, Johnny boy? Ever made green cactus? No, I actually haven't done a green cactus. No, I haven't done a green cactus out of it. That'd be kind of cool, to be honest. Okay, and then we got to encase the uranium in the clear. I do some I wear all the time. Yeah, green cactus would be kind of cool. Uranium green cactus might be kind of cool. I think that would be neat. Okay, I am probably going to get 2 of the little jellyfish tentacles out of this. It's a little bit much. Okay, there we go. I think the only way I would do the cactus, though, is if I added the little flowers on it, too. You know, the cactus flower. I think it'd look better with that. But having an accent color would look really good with it. You know, can you imagine that kind of pinky red color bouncing off the uranium? It'd look good. Do I ever work with topaz glass? I've never heard of topaz. No, no gloves. Gloves would actually be a hindrance. Yeah, I would definitely make the flowers. No, gloves would be a drawback for me. The main reason is I kind of like to have a feel of the glass as I'm spinning it around. The gloves remove that. And glass, unlike metal, does not transfer heat. So it will never work its way down these glass rods. I don't feel the heat at all. I actually feel zero. Okay, this one we are gonna spin up a little. Like that. There's one more tentacle. Grab it here. So we are making the jellyfish tonight, and these are all the little squiggles coming down. What's my torch setup cost roughly? Mine is pretty expensive. I'll just give you an indicator. My torch by itself is 4,600. Just the torch. but you do not need this torch to start out. In fact, I would not recommend buying this torch, even if you had all the money on the planet. Oh, yeah, that's a different type of glass, Faye. So that would be what's called a soft glass. And so that's why I'm unfamiliar with it. Yeah, totally different type of glass. There are many different types of glass. This one is commonly referred to as Pyrex. Thank you, Johnny Boy. I appreciate you. So a lot of people think Pyrex is a type of glass, and it's not. It is a brand of glass, and it is commonly known in the industry as borosilicate, boro, B-O-R-O, silicate. And so when you go to look for this type of glass or a Pyrex type of glass, look up borosilicate. That's how you know you get the heat-resistant stuff, the durable. All right, so we're heating this up, and I think we're going to do this one, and then we have two more tentacles, and we'll get started putting the jellyfish together. We'll get making it. If you just came in, you came in at the right time. If you've been here a while, I appreciate you hanging with me. I appreciate that jellyfish too. All right, here we go. So this one, we're going to give it a nice little spinsy. So I'm leaving it attached here. We're going to detach it here. This is what goes to the under part of the jellyfish. But this allows me to keep it hot in the kiln until I'm ready to use it. So you want to keep the glass a little bit warm. It's not too hot. It's like 1100 degrees. It's not like super hot. All right, we got 2 more to do. So 8 is usually, I think, that have to go on this, but I want to have 2 backups just in case. Just 2. Ever solder glass? No, I have not soldered glass. I think that is pretty much a separate art form by itself, like crazy. I've got one already attached. I'll just use that one. Yeah, soldering would be pretty hard. Yeah, 1100 is not super hot. Now this is running 3800 degrees. Now that puts out a little bit of heat. Okay, so there's the slime green color. Then we need the shimmer. Is that a Pilchuck? No. Although I live right next to Pilchuck. I mean, literally right next to Pilchuck. If I try hard enough, I could probably throw a rock far, pretty close. Well, maybe not that close. Maybe not that close. Does looking at the flame? No, looking at the flame does not hurt. So one of the things that happens here is I'm going to show you the filter. See right about there? Filters out some of that really bright glass flare. A little sodium flare. Okay, so we're going to encase this uranium. I don't know if this is going to make 2 of them though. Thought it might get away with 2, but might just make 1. For some reason, my gut tells me I need 2 backups. Gonna need 2. What's up, creative? How are you? Yeah, it is. It is freaking cold out right now. It is super cold. Why am I trying to be? I don't even know who the hell Mike Pondsmith is. Who's that? Maybe I'm out of touch. I don't know who the hell that is. But the big question is, why do you care? It's your birthday? Well, welcome. Happy birthday. Yeah, I can describe what I'm doing. So we are taking some uranium glass, which is the bright green glass that is UV reactive. And we're adding a couple colors to it. Dark green and a light, like slime looking green. And I'm pulling them into what are called jellyfish tentacles, because we're going to make the little jellyfish that is sitting on my bench. But we're going to make it so the tentacles actually glow under a black light. It'll look good without a black light, but the black light is just kind of like a bonus. It's just a bonus piece, you know? The angle's blocked by the trees. I could move the jellyfish. Yeah, I like this jellyfish. So the one I did down there has a little bit of a sparkle to it. It looks really good. You know, I'm going to give the secret of that chandelier away. It is not super complicated. It is just a bunch of parts put together and held on by shower clips. Not difficult. It's actually a pretty easy piece to build. There are, I wonder if I had it. Yeah. So this is a mini version of what's up there. So see all those little doodads up there? This is a mini version of it, very small version. And it's got a hook on here. So that has a hook on it too. Then you just clip it like this with a shower clip, and you clip it onto a cage. And as those pieces set on each other, they kind of just balance on each other. And you just build them. So yeah, it is not a complicated piece by any stretch. It's a myth. Yeah, it's not complicated. Yeah, like a Christmas ornament. So, and you just clip it all together. There's a, think of like an ice cream cone upside down. Well, maybe not upside down. So like an ice cream cone shape, and then wires running all the way around. And you just clip onto all those wires. The hardest part is building the cage strong enough to hold the weight. So that piece is about 100, probably about 180 pounds, somewhere in there. It's not too bad. I've never done a lava lamp. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that. I wouldn't even know where to begin. No, I've never had that problem. This heat is not, I'm not exposed to a lot of heat. In fact, I'm freaking cold. I am cold right now. It is not hot. Yeah, the furnace work has a lot of heat. Do the tentacles move? No, the tentacles will not move. On the chandelier, they do. So yeah, the nice thing about that chandelier is you could take it down and restructure it all different ways. You can make it a little bit wider. You can make it narrow, just by how you assemble all the parts on it. On the jellyfish, no, they do not move. It'd be way too fragile in this size to do that. I would have to make tiny, tiny little hooks. That wouldn't be good. I bet you I could too. I bet you I could make some pretty awesome stuff. Okay, here we go. Last one. So this will be the last tentacle, and then we're going to start putting this jellyfish together. Why are you doing that to me? All right. Grab this one. You are the winner for the night. There we go. So we're just going to stretch this one out one more time. And then we're going to start building the top. We'll have to build the top of that jellyfish. Now that will be a lot of fun too. Then we're going to spend some time assembling it. So this one is just a few little bends. Not every piece can be, super squiggle. Like I said, very basic shape right now. How much for a chandelier? I don't sell them. I made two of them, one for my house and one for in here. I don't sell them. There are lots of people that make those, and I would just refer you to people that make them on a daily basis. I just didn't want to pay the money that was required to build one or buy it. So I did end up making it. All right, I've got plenty of these little tentacles now. We should be good. Now we're going to get to making the top. Yeah, we made one for my house. The one in my house is about 3 times bigger. And it is in turquoise, blue, like a turquoise, a blue, lime green, and has a little bit of a kind of like a bronzy orange to it. It's very tropical. So this is what we're making tonight. We're doing this jellyfish here. You can see the legs are or the tentacles down here kind of have that little shimmer glow to it. The ones we're doing now are going to be 10 times better. And then this is the top of the jellyfish here. So we got to build this part next, and then we'll assemble all the legs together and put the whole thing together. There should be a post of my chandelier in the house on one of my shorts. Like one of my shorts videos, I believe there is. What colors of glass can you not, or can you do every color? You could do every color for sure. Yeah, you can definitely do every color. I actually created the very, very, very first borosilicate or Pyrex glow in the dark glass. So if you've ever seen a glass that glows in the dark, that was originally my idea. That sucked ass. That's okay. But there's a few people making it now. It's not as good as mine, but they're making it. I'll show you what it looks like. So this is a big ass chunk of the glow glass right here. I'm going to try and even get it near the flame. The flame will actually get it to glow. We might get a little, you might see it glowing just a little bit right there, that green. We'll use the black light though. Now you can see. So that's what it looks like in the dark. So you take away the light, go into a dark room with this, and that is what it's glowing like. It will glow without the black light. That is a big old chunk of it. Susan, thank you for the sundae. Appreciate it. All right, let's make the top of this jellyfish. Right about there. I kind of hate this glass right here. It has a tendency to want to blow up. It's not my favorite thing to have happen. So you got to heat it really slow. All right, we're good. There we are. I know. Sometimes this crap does blow up. It sucks too. It doesn't scare me. It just freaks me out because I'm like, man, I just lost a lot of money. This color is not cheap. Susan, thank you for the mystery gift. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Susan. Appreciate you. Okay, we're going to put that off to the side. So yeah, see this? The torch itself doesn't get hot at all. The temperature of the flame is roughly 3,800 degrees. Right now I'm trying to warm my hands up a little. It's freaking cold right now. That feels good. There we are. Okay. Yeah, it is freaking cold, Red Squeak, I'm telling you. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things first, and then we're going to do a process called silver fuming, where we're going to take pure silver and vaporize it onto this glass. And it is going to change the color. Am I outside? No, I have an open air studio though. How is it possible the torch stays cool to the touch? It's special. It's very, very special. This is called a triple mix torch, and there is only one company currently making it. No, it is not MAP gas. It is oxygen and propane. So right now I have to kind of seal this up a little bit. I can't close it off, but I want to make it a little bit more condensed. So we're going to grab it right here. But you got to do my captcha on TikTok. So right there, I'm just trying to thicken this one little spot right here up a little. So I just shrunk it down. Like that. And then I'm going to grab it here. I'm debating on fuming the inside of this. think I'm going to. We're going to change it up a little. We're going to put the silver on the inside. Or should I just keep it the same? No, we'll do it the same. It looks good. All right, let me do this captcha on TikTok real quick. So TikTok makes you do a little captcha to make sure you're not a video and you're actually live. Really? There we go. Kind of looks like a pickle. I know right now. So we're going to warm this up. I'm going to grab some silver, and the silver is a little tiny chunk sitting on the end of a glass rod. And the silver is going to heat up in the tip of this torch. And then the torch is going to act like a conduit and carry the silver to this glass. So this is the silver right there. You can kind of see a little fuzzy area of that metallic-y here. So get a good look at it. This is what it looks like. And here we go. It's magic. Ready for some magic? Here we go. And it's superheating right now. And done. And there, we just silver plated that green color like that. Now about half of this is going to burn off. So you put more than you think you need, because as you start to work it, you're going to burn it off. And you just want a little bit left. Okay, so we burned it in there like that. Very shiny, right? If you think it's shiny, type shiny in the chat. Shiny. Am I an Aquarius? Nope. You probably won't guess what I am. It'll take you a little bit. Shiny. Thank you, Tim. Nope, not a Leo. Can tell you that either. Leo would be appropriate for this, though, right? And got it. Yes, I am a Capricorn. All right, so we're going to blow a bubble. Okay, we're going to blow this out into a bubble. Now, the trick on this is you don't want to overheat it. I don't want it flopping all over the place. You just want it hot enough to expand. About like that. Okay. Almost like a little light bulb. They are the meta glasses, correct. I had special filters put in them. I had this put in. Ready? This is going to look good. Watch. See all the bubble? Hot? Now watch. Now you can see into it. You see the difference? That's a big difference, right? That shows a lot. All right, we got to pop this open down here and get rid of this pear shape. Actually, I'm going to do this reverse. I'm going to reverse it. We're going to change it up. I'm shifting on the fly. We're going to change it. I'm actually going to make this the top. going to change midstream. Elizabeth, thank you for the high five. I appreciate that. Oop, that's got a little crap on it. Now we can do it. Okay, so this is where the hook will be. This is going to be the top of the jellyfish. Now we get to do the fun thing. Y'all ready for this? This part is a lot of fun. This is how you separate the tube. It's called a flame cut. You'll see why in a second. Yep. Like that. So now we just separated that. Man, that little stuff flew everywhere. Okay, I gotta cut this though. We gotta trim it up. That out of the way. This is gonna fall. There we go. There's a little residual off it. Now I just have to smooth all this out. We're going to really crank it open. We're going to use centrifugal force to just kind of flare this open a little. I'm going to come over this way so I can show you in the camera real quick. Okay, we're going to bring it out and then let it drip down. See, we just got jellyfish mode. Sorry, I wasn't completely in the camera. There, now we have a jellyfish top. How much do I spend? I don't have acetylene. I have propane. Yeah, I don't use acetylene at all. Okay, next step is I do have to attach a little spot all the way into the center in there. I'm actually going to use a large rod for this. Yeah, definitely propane. No acetylene. Acetylene is hot enough, but it has all that carbon soot that comes out. So that carbon can get into the glass and leave little speckles. What's up, Cruising? How are ya? Okay, let's attach this in. Oh, look at that. My wife picked up my damn tool. What's my airflow situation? Well, I'm breathing, so it's good. All right. I hate this. then we're just going to burn it off here. Smooth that out. So that's where I'm going to build a little base for it, and we're going to put the tentacles up to that little post. But right now we need to cover a little bit of that up. So can you see that color? We're about to take some gold. We're going to use gold to enhance the skirt of the jellyfish. We're going to enhance it. And here we go. So this is pure gold, and it's just vaporizing onto the flame and transferring via the flame all the way to this jellyfish right now, to the top. We're going to do the edge really, really super intense here. Oh, she's looking beautiful. And that is how you add gold into it. Almost looks like a Star Wars helmet. Remember the old Stormtrooper type helmets? Not Stormtrooper, but Imperial Guards in Star Wars. All right, so now we have to put that together. So the next step is we're going to assemble, as you can see underneath this jellyfish here, there's a little like disc that I built, and I attached all the tentacles to that disc. Then that disc gets attached to that little pole inside there. And that's what we're going to do right there. I know, I was kind of thinking Spaceballs. It is real gold, yes. It is 100% real gold. You're subscribing? Thank you, David. I appreciate that. I need all the subscribers I can get. I'm trying to grow this channel. I want to do a lot of crazy fun stuff. And I think it'll be a good experience. But I definitely want to have as many subscribers as possible. So I appreciate it. Jenny and the Jets. I know, right? This is going to be really, really pretty. But I have to make this disc big enough. In fact, this isn't going to work. We're actually going to pop that off to the side. We are going to grab, well, I am going to have to use this. I didn't want to, but not really leaving me a choice. Unless this is long enough. Hold on one second. I'm looking for one particular size glass rod here. Ah, this is it. So this is what I was looking for. This is an 8mm versus 10. I know it doesn't look like it's a big difference, but it really is. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to heat it up right about here, and I'm going to push it together. And as I do that, it's going to create like a donut, like a wheel on the inside of this rod. It's technically called a Maria ring. I have no idea why it's called Maria. Zero idea why. Just what I've known it to be for 40 years. So we're just going to take and start pushing it together. And then as it starts forming, you start gliding on top of the flame. You don't want the whole thing in the flame. You want to ride on the top of the flame, not all the way in. And you can keep pushing this together, and that little wheel keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger as you start pushing it together. The hardest part is trying to get both hands to rotate exactly at the same pace so that you don't get a twisted wheel. But you just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And the wheel just keeps getting bigger. Like that. So that is what's called a Maria ring. Kind of weird, right? Make the classic 90s Ninja Turtles. I would kind of dig doing that. Let's see here. Yeah, 90s Ninja Turtles would be cool. So one of those Ninja Turtles, I don't remember which one it was, but there used to be, I used to be in martial arts, and one of the Ninja Turtles was a guy that I was in martial arts with. I'm trying to remember his name. Give me a second. I'll remember it. But he was a really, really talented martial artist at a very young age, which is kind of how he got the gig. Jason, thank you for the sun balloon. Yeah. You're, as a painter, thank you for doing that. You're an artist. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was. I think it was Donatello he played. And I'm trying to remember his name. I know his father, I think his first name was Eddie. I'm having it was 50 something years ago. It was about 50 years ago. Okay, so we got that disc. We got to start putting this jellyfish together. Enough talking about martial arts. Let's make a jellyfish. So I need a really sizable one for the first one. Yeah, you'll work. So we are assembling this, and you got to do it one at a time. This is the part that sucks. So there is the beginning. So we are building this. Oh, now I know it. One of the turtles, Ernie Reyes Jr. That's what his name was, Ernie Reyes Jr. See, I knew it was me. So now we're going to take number 2, and we're going to kind of park it in here. Actually, I'm going to use that for the outside. We're going to take this one and park it in. going to detach here. So the cool thing about this is they will glow super bright green. All these little tentacles. While it's hot, it won't glow green. I don't know why uranium does that. It will not glow while it's hot. Now, if I was Adam Savage, I would know the answer to that. So obviously I am not. We're going to burn it off here. Grab one more. That's a lot of tentacles on here. The hard part is every time you add one of these, the rest of these want to move. So you got to keep adding them on without having them flop all over the place. So far we're right there. We're getting it all together. No, we're doing the jellyfish. That was almost scary. I almost broke this damn thing just now. The other thing you can't let these do is touch each other. It is not good. Don't cross the streams. Oh, that one's backwards. Okay, got to keep this thing warm. Separate there. Okay, we're going to start flaring these out a little bit. Big gap right there. pull it off there. Right there. I don't like it that way. We're going to change it and let's flip it the other direction. Okay, should be one more right about here. Actually, two more. Gonna need two. Wow. I didn't actually think we were going to use all these. Right there, and that's going to do it. Make sure we're good. Yep, that's the gap. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so there is the tentacle menagerie. Okay, this part's going to suck. It's either going to work or it's going to break. So it's either going to be super awesome or I'm going to cry. Yeah, I'm really pissed right now. This hook is a little crooked. All right, now it has to go in the kiln. So that is the glowing jellyfish. I'll remove that little stem here in a minute, but I had to let it heat up or heat back up before I can do that. Yeah, it's a good looking piece. I think it looks fantastic. Oscar, thank you for the jewels. But you can see all these are the remaining little tentacle parts from it. Oh, it's way bigger than the first one. I have that malfunction. I always make things way bigger than I should. But yeah, you can see how it glows with the green uranium. Oh, man. Let's do a marble with all this. Just make a marble. We've got all this random uranium. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than that one. A lot bigger. It's about half again bigger. Double. Almost double. You have me on TikTok? Yeah, I personally like the YouTube view a lot better, but TikTok's still perfectly good. Yeah, we definitely sell uranium stuff. Right now I am building a little uranium marble. Uranium is toxic in some respects, yes, but this is like not enough to even really register anything. It's like 0.001% uranium. I have a website and a TikTok shop. So this is what we're building here. So these are uranium marbles here. But I really like that style. Can you see that kind of planetary Jupiter and Venus type looking stuff right here? That's what I'm going for right there. But they will glow uranium. These are super awesome. I pulled those out of the kiln. I was like, holy moly, those are amazing. Yeah, let me grab this right here and pull this off, and I might be able to get a little bit closer. Callie, have a good one. Are you taking off, Callie? You have a huge uranium collection? Yeah. I tell people hunting uranium glass is like a little fun side hustle. If you go into all the thrift stores with a black light, go searching, it is hella fun. But all right, so there is kind of that way. Okay, we are going to make this into this. I'm going to try and bring it a little closer. So this is what we're going for. Oops, not that way. Screw it. That's what I'm going for. That kind of look. It's too bright. Anyway, kind of has this really cool effect to it. It's really sparkly. Looks like Jupiter, like that. Definitely see through it. Oh, you're about to push my deck row off the table. Nope. All right, here we go. Let's make a uranium marble. Nope, we do not have a deadline. Nope, I stopped having a curfew about 55 years ago. I'm kidding. All right, so we're going to fold this over on top of each other. Hey, Betty. So this is kind of like a taffy pull. Just take it out and pull it through. This is how you mix it up. Nope, I have a full website and an Etsy store and a TikTok shop. All right, a little bit more. There. All right, now we're going to spin this all up and kind of get it semi into a marble here. So before we go full marble, we got to add more color on here. And the color I'm going to add is what's called a very shimmery color. It kind of looks like liquid metal. All right, there we are. So this is the core. This will have all the uranium in it, okay? And this is what's going to glow that super bright green on the inside, kind of like these right here. See how they're not extremely popping, but they do, unlike that one. That one definitely glows a hell of a lot. Then this one has a really cool glow to it. Okay, we're going to add some shimmer. This is going to be green shimmer, and then we're going to do the liquid metal. What's up, Mike? How are you? So this technique is called the spin trail. You attach and you spin and you trail the glass on. Like that. What's up, everybody? What's up, Cruising? Cruising, I didn't see you in here earlier. I thought I did, but I said hello. Do my hands hurt? No, my hands never hurt. You know what hurts? My butt. And I'm being serious. I'm not trying to be funny. My ass hurts sitting in this chair all the time. That's why about 2.5 hours I have to get up. That's just a fact. So every once in a while you'll see me sit up or something. Sorry, I speak the truth. All right, here we go. That's where the Jack Nicholson quote will come in. You can't handle the truth. So this is that liquid metal stuff right there. It looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is like the best stuff ever. Okay, so hopefully you can see all those colors spiraling around all the way. So this next part, oh, we're at 50K. Wow, thank you guys. This next part is absolutely one of my favorite techniques. I know I say it every night, but it never gets boring. So this is what I call a finger painting technique. And we're going to literally take those lines running around and we're going to blend them like finger painting. It's very, very, very relaxing. And yeah, this is the liquid metal stuff, bro. And I always tell people this is kind of like the most relaxing thing you could do. And if you ever have the opportunity of doing a glass experience with me, meaning about 2.5 hours, just kind of melting glass and making a couple things, this is one of those techniques you will for sure be doing. Because it has, there's the circular lines right there, and then there's the finger painted version. That's what's creating all this swirling in there. Can you show that melted snowman? Yep, I have it somewhere. I have to find it. But I got to finish this marble first. Yeah, this is finger painting time. This is honestly one of the most relaxing things you could do right here. I promise if you ever have the opportunity to do this exact thing, you will just lose yourself for a little while. It's like 5 minutes of solitude. Where's my studio? In the Pacific Northwest. Just go looking for Bigfoot and you will find me. So yeah, this is 100% relaxing. You tried it the other day, but didn't look right. So Groves, I can tell you right off, without having watched it, I could probably tell you where you messed up. Where you were trying to overheat it. Skim the surface. Okay, don't try and heat the whole thing. Just have your flame skim over the color and move that. You don't want the core of it to be hot. Just the surface. So skim the flame. That was one of the things that I had such a hard time with. You're moving to Vancouver this week? Vancouver, Washington, or Canada? You're in Washington. Let me make you a new chair. I don't know. I don't think it's the chair issue. I just have a big ass. It's like I got to lose some weight. That's the biggest problem. I know the problem. I got to fix it. I used to be gangster like Tupac. Now I'm Tony Soprano. So I got to fix it. All right, so there we are. Now we have all that finger painted all the way around. Did you do the base color on those memorial sites? Yeah, I sure did. You're in Arizona? I like Arizona. I do. You have Bigfoot on your island too? Oh man, you think there's more than one Bigfoot? I do. There's got to be more than one Bigfoot. Got to be. They should call it Big Feet, plural. Yes. So all the little pieces in the water get recycled. They go into a big ball mill. It's like a rock tumbler, but gigantic. And you get these little ceramic balls, and they crush, and they create little tiny chunks of glass called frit, F-R-I-T. And that frit gets used for various different projects. I know, big feats, right? I appreciate that, Caleb. Okay, let's get this thing into the mold. So this mold right here is made out of graphite, essentially a high density pencil lead. It's one of the few materials that will not stick to glass. What is the purple thing over my left shoulder? I don't know. I've got all kinds of purple stuff around. You mean above my head? So yeah, I recycle all the glass that I can. All right, there is half a marble. Now, the nice thing about a marble, it is virtually impossible to break. It's not unbreakable. Okay, I'm going to be pretty clear about that. But it's really, really hard to break one of these. So you could give it as a gift or have it, and you don't have to worry about it. Put it on a happy little stand right there. Put it at your desk or somewhere. Yeah, works out good. And if you work in an area where you have to have where you have to pretend like you're working all the time, you can put one of these marbles on one of your keys on your keyboard, and it pretends that you're actually working. Yeah, it works pretty good. Little keyboard buddy. All right, now we need to burn this off. I actually loved marbles when I was a kid too. I had a really good time with them. But marbles as a kid were it was kind of crazy because we'd make up our own damn rules halfway through a marble fight. It was like you make up. Oh, I almost said a bad word. Make up stuff as you go. Why did I start doing this? Child labor. I learned from my mother, so she started when I was 2. Yeah, marbles were a lot of fun. We had I lived in California. I grew up in the Bay Area. Before it was really populated, it wasn't that populated when I lived there. And I know, right, Groves. But they had this big semi truck that got in a wreck on the freeway, and marbles went everywhere. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of marbles went all over. So the kids were out, me and my friends were out collecting as many damn marbles as we could, dodging traffic on the freeway. I think we stuffed our pockets full of marbles and carried as many as we could. So that's why we had so many marbles to play with. Yeah, there were marbles everywhere. I know. It was fun. I had a good upbringing in the Bay Area. It was before it was overpopulated. All right, we have some Marblelicious. Can you see those colors swirling around in there? I hope so. You can see it kind of swirling through. Isn't that cool looking? Now we're going to have a nice uranium behind that too. That actually showed up, I think, on camera pretty good. I know, finding marbles forever. No, we went back. I think we spent like hours going back and forth on the freeway. My house bordered an on-ramp to the freeway, so everybody came over and we were hopping the fence to the freeway. You know, luckily our parents didn't know, because we were like running on the damn freeway. Okay, we're going to reverse the punty again. Well, there was a big semi wreck too, so nobody was going that fast. So we got to remove it here now. This is going to remove, it's going to leave a little nipple on there. And we got to get rid of that. What's up, Heather? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I've got tons of crazy kid stories. I did all kinds of stupid stuff. I am surprised I am still alive. The amount of crap I did, holy moly. I think back on it, I'm like, wow, I definitely had an angel watching out for me. I did some pretty dumb stuff. Okay, here we go. It does kind of look like the sun, right? Yeah, I am 7. I grew up in the 80s. Born in the 70s. Yeah. Like I said, you know, it was one of those things where we thought it was a good idea to jump our bike from one roof of the house to another house, like jumping roofs with a bike. Not a good idea. Here we go. You thought I was Ric Flair? No, no alcohol in me. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you for the jewels. Gonna see that. Ethan, thank you. Yeah, our social media was how many scars we had on our body. Like how many scars did you have? That was like social media. All right, we're gonna grab this like that. And this is how you remove a marble from a stick. Yes, I have made glass eyes. I've actually got a cool one over here. Okay. So yeah, you remove that glass rod right there, and then you polish out where it was attached. There's one little uranium marble. No, I did not make these. These were made by Dragonfly Creation, who is one of the moderators. She's the one that provides these tools. They are amazing tools. One of my favorite tools. Okay, before we get too far, actually, I'm going to leave the damn jellyfish on there. I could pull it off separately. Someone asked to see the melted snowman, and I'm going to grab the eyeball. Let me grab that. The melted snowman and eyeball. So this is the melted snowman ornament. I think it just sat on my headphones. That looks super dangerous. Yeah, typing on your keyboard can be dangerous too. So yeah, this is the melted snowman head. I think it's freaking cool as hell, and it does hang on the little stands, so it will hang there. But yeah, he's just kind of hanging out there. You can do it either way. We'll just put that there. And then this is the eyeball with a little. This is a little eyeball dangle. It's got a little hook on it so it can hang this way. I don't know where I put my hooks. Anyway, there's it, and there's the eye. But this one has the uranium in it, so it will light up like that. So you can see the front of the eyeball, the iris actually lights up. I don't even know where to put that guy right now. Put it over here, out of the way. Okay, we're going to do another uranium marble, but I want to do, we're going to add in a color called amber purple to it. So it's going to be getting it uranium, and then we're going to add in the shimmer glass, and then a color called amber purple. I love amber purple. But we're going to use all these remaining little bits of uranium. So what I'm talking about are all these right here. We're going to turn all that into a marble. This is, instead of throwing it away, we're going to use them. So this is how you kind of recycle glass. Let me just hang the eyeball for the minute. We'll pull Mr. B down. Yeah, it's designed to hang like that. Little eyeball. Now I can make the whole thing glow in the dark too. So I can make the actual white part of the eyeball glow if I feel like it. We're going to take this here, blend it up. Like that. All right, I got to bring the eyeball back down because I don't want my bee to get wrecked up. The eyeball won't get wrecked at all. Be back. There's a little eyeball. Here's looking at you, kid. Yeah, the eyeball it actually is kind of a cool Christmas ornament, and it can get hung up all year round. Yeah, we definitely have uranium pickle. So I do the pickle with uranium dots. I don't actually make the whole thing uranium. Oscar, thank you. What's up, Bayo? How are you? Good to see you back. Every time those little jewels come across, it like highlights my my live stream, the chat. It like highlights it. I like that about it. What's up, Tia? How are you? And then we're going to, I'm just going to add all the rest of this uranium bit in here. And I think there was one more little chunky monkey of it. Yep, a little bit. I don't think there was any more uranium. I see a little chunk that I want to use though. Set that off to the side. So I get these little particles of it like right there from here to here. I don't like it being all funky like that. So we're going to remove that. The northern lights are awesome tonight. I'm going to have to try and see if I can check it. We may have too many clouds. Okay, so we're going to separate that. And I need to get some longer glass rods because we're going to fold it over again. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yep, I am on TikTok too. We are multi-streaming. Okay, we're going to separate it over here. Then we're going to do the taffy fold. I like the taffy fold. Some stuff about glass is a lot of fun, and it just never gets boring. So here we go. We're going to add in some heat. So the flame doesn't actually get any hotter, it just gets bigger. The flame doesn't change. I dropped something. Yeah, no, it flew. That was a little piece of glass that flew off. All right, so this is the taffy fold. We're going to take this here and we're just going to fold. So every time I fold, I bring it up a little higher on the clear and then pull it down. That's going to add some mass to this piece. And it's going to keep it nice and separate. See how I go up a much higher and then pull it down? And we're going to heat it up and do it again. Like that. See? Then we're going to take and twist it up. When do these items hit the store? The ones I'm working right now are just kind of one-offs. These are just little marbles. I'm using a whole bunch of scrap uranium. So the ones I'm currently making are not in the store, and they won't be. They will probably go into the mystery boxes unless someone wants a specific marble. They will probably go into the mystery boxes. Speaking of which, I have, I think, 20 mystery boxes ready to go. If you are ready for one of those, this would be the time to do it. Because after this batch, I will not have any more mystery boxes till the end of the year. You can purchase off my website, starrynightglassart.com. You can purchase at my Etsy store, which is also under Starry Night Glass. And I have a TikTok shop. I can, Red Squeak. You just have to message me. I can't do it on live. You know that. I have to do it through message because I have no memory. I won't remember. You know me. Okay, so we're going to do the spin trail again, but we're going to add the amber purple at the very end here. That is amber purple. See that little amber color right after that green? That is the amber purple. Oh, you don't have to ask. Just message me, Red Street. You know that. Don't have to ask. Okay, here we go. We're going to spin trail this green on. The amber purple is going to be last. So this will be the last color we put on. Because I want it to encase everything else. This is my career. Yeah, it's been 31 years. January will be 32 years. sure as hell doesn't feel like it. We are making uranium glass marbles. So right now I'm taking a bunch of scrap uranium and we are making these cool little funky monkey marbles. Funky monkey. All right, now we're going to use the liquid metal color. I absolutely love this color. I am so glad I bought so much of this. I know it does. It does fly. I'll tell you right now, one of my biggest hangups is I'm not getting enough sleep. I am trying to consume so much content about learning TikTok, YouTube, editing. I'm trying to learn how to edit. DaVinci Resolve is like looking at an alien language for me. So I'm constantly watching YouTube and going through trying to learn. And next thing I know, it's 4 in the morning. No, not January 1st. January 21st will be 32 years. The 21st. Okay, got a message from someone. If you just sent me a message on Etsy, I just got it. It looked like a mad scientist ready to learn. Oh, yeah. Well, at least you didn't call me Shrek. Thank you. All right, here we go. So this is that amber purple color. Hit any diners yet? Nope. No, I pretty much keep my car in the lane. I've learned to parallel park. I haven't hit any diners. A few curbs. There we go. So we're gonna spin this amber purple all the way around. Just got your message, Red Squeak. We're all good. That's why I love the meta glasses. All right, so we got this amber purple coming all the way around. Nice spin trail. There we go. Still got a lot of amber purple left. I'm going to put some more in here. What was it about the uranium? We're using uranium glass right now. Yeah, we are using uranium. I'll show you what it does here in a minute. It has a really unique property that it glows under a black light. So this will have a really nice black light effect. Like that. So I'm going to bring out the black light. So this is uranium glass in its raw form. These rods down here, super bright. Then these are some in marbles. You can see them glowing up, and that is on an eyeball. Then little eyeballs on the bumblebee. And there we go. So now we got all this color spun around here. We're going to finger paint again. My favorite thing. The end product is going to be a uranium glass marble. It's going to look just kind of freaking cool. Just a little ornamental piece of glass. Okay, here we go. Now, what I love about the amber purple and the finger painting is it creates depth. What I mean by that is amber purple shifts about 4 to 5 different colors. And the way I'm adding this color right now, or swirling it, it adds layers of those 4 or 5 colors. So it almost 3D implodes the color. And I'll show you progress so far. Red Squeak's busy now. Okay, so there's the straight line. Well, they're not super straight, but the line's wrapped around, and then there's the blended finger painted version. I did. I made glow in the dark ghosts. What else did I make for Halloween? I don't do pumpkins. The glow in the dark ghosts were really popular, and they're still selling for Christmas. So, kind of cool. And so we're going to come through and blend all this. We're just going to circle all the way around this. Forbidden glassware? No, it's not forbidden. Okay, we just got to spiral it all the way. One more little section here. There we go. So happy I'm back. I'm happy I'm back on too. I woke up. I'm pretty damn happy. It's a good thing. Okay, so we're going to come through and we're going to swirl this front part. Just a little spiral like that. Itchy nose. And there we go. And we're going to bring it in and melt it together. And here we go. Let's make a marble. Marvelicious. Let's use the filter too. I forgot we had the filter. I could do that. Have I done the lampshade? No, that would actually be a cool project, but that would be a hard project. I can already tell you that would be very, very hard. So we're going to bring this in. Look at that filter. So that is what my glasses do. Watch. Actually, we'll bring it down a little. So this will show the drastic difference. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now you can see it almost cuts out all the flame. See that? And then it goes back to super bright. So that's what my glasses do. That's the lenses in them. In there. There's a guy on YouTube does marble races. Yeah, there are lots of marble races. There's also the world's biggest marble hunt, where you go out and hide and find marbles. That one's kind of cool, but I've noticed it hasn't been real popular as of late. We were gonna do that, and I just didn't see the traction on it right now. Not a lot of people. I got to move this out of the way, or I'm gonna melt it. Yeah, the world's largest marble hunt. It's a cool event. Do I think I can make a pufferfish? I think I can make a pufferfish, yeah. But before I make a pufferfish, I do have to have an image of it. I'd have to pull an image of it on my phone, then have it nearby so I could look at it. Because I know what a pufferfish kind of looks like, but I don't know the details. Like, I don't know how the fin is constructed or any of the details. So I would have to have a photograph near me before I attempted it. Then I'd be okay. But I think I could do the pufferfish. Can I make an egg? Yep. Just can't crack it. Okay, so we got half a marble. Like that. You don't believe it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of busy. And then we're going to punty onto this other side. The space tentacle thing. Yeah, it's kind of fun back there, right? Yeah, there is a cool light on there that is color shifting right now. It's a tiny light too. It's only like, it's really super tiny, but it has a lot of color bouncing through it. Yeah, the table is actually very cold. It is not hot. I'm actually pretty cold right now. I am far from warm. You would think it'd be hot in here, right? What would it cost to start glass art? About 25 to 3,000, 2,500 to 3,000. That's about the approximate. What's the largest sphere I've done? Solid, 4.5 inches, and I'll never do it again. Ever, 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 ever again. I will never make a marble that big again. No, it wasn't a planet. It was a memorial. No, too hot. The radiating heat coming off that marble blistered my chest. It actually formed blisters from the heat. And I had the apron on and everything, and it still penetrated that. So I'll never do it again. Yeah, my garage door melted too. The entire door. The website is Starry Night Glass Art. Kind of like the Van Gogh painting. Yeah, I love uranium glass. It is an amazing substance to work with. I didn't think there were that many uranium glass collectors out there, but there are. How big was the marble? 4.5 inches, Betty. It doesn't sound like much, but it's a big ass marble. And like I said, I'll never, ever, ever do it again. You know, some people say never say never. I will say never on that one. All right, so we got a really good portion of this marble done. So if you're new here, I'm going to teach you kind of what I'm looking for here. They did request that size. What I'm looking for are the lights bouncing off the marble, the reflections. As I'm spinning it around, I'm looking to see that they stay pretty straight. If I see the lights jumping up and down, then I know there are some rough spots on it. Flat, indented, high spots, low spots. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm spinning it around. Yeah, Frankie, typing on your keyboard is too dangerous. You should go to bed. So we have to round this out. I saw a little bit of jumping right there. So we're going to detach here. So I'm hoping the amber purple comes out really nice on this. I'm going to show you what amber purple does and why I'm so excited for this piece. So we'll have the uranium glass green like this. It's going to have that beautiful green to it. And then I'm going to show you what amber purple does after we finish this. There we go. What made me get into glass art? My mother. She started when I was 2 years old, so I pretty much grew up with glass. What happened to the marble that hurt me? It went to the customer. They ended up getting it, but I just won't do it ever again. I don't want to wear the gear required to do it. It's one of the, you would have to wear one of those silver fire suits. I don't know what they're called, but they're all silver, like a silver fire suit with the helmet. That's what would be necessary to make that. No, axolotl is on my list. Yeah, I don't remember what those silver fire suits are called, but that's what you would have to wear. Ever made a cube? Yeah, cube's really hard though. Yeah, the cube is super hard, especially to get it straight. Even. All right, so there is the marble. We're going to let it cool down a little. You can kind of see the swirls happening in it. Should have that kind of planetary look to it, kind of like a Jupiter. You can maybe start to see them popping in right there. It definitely has that Jupiter look. Did I move? Oh, put the marble holders over here. So these are made by Dragonfly, one of the moderators, Dragonfly Creation. These are one of my favorite tools on the planet. I love these. If you are enjoying the live stream, I would greatly appreciate a subscription. If you want to hit the little follow or subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, I would appreciate it. Helps out a lot, doesn't cost you anything. Bayo, thank you for the 100 for the 2 jewels. So this is how you remove the marble. Take it here and just tap. Yeah, Lucky Lex was on earlier. Yeah. Then we're going to smooth it out. So when I removed that glass rod, it left a little tiny chunk, like a spot. And then you take them and you just flame polish it out. Like that. And now we got some cool last colors running through it. So on this marble is what I was saying is amber purple. I'm going to show you exactly what amber purple does as far as the color. It is by far one of the trippiest colors out there. It is so freaking cool. We're going to actually make it into a leaf. Let me grab my leaf maker. So here is the amber purple, okay? Normally it's very, very clear, but right now it has a little bit of striking to it. I wonder if I should just get a better piece. I think I got an extra one. We're going to do a mixture of it. I got it right there. Suzanne, thank you. Or Susan, sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this is amber purple. I'm going to perform a little magic with it. Y'all ready? I promise you don't know what, if you don't know what this color is and you're not familiar with glass, I promise you don't know what it will look like. It's going to be stunning in the end. And there will be a little twist to it. There will be a little bit of a twist to it. So it's worth hanging around for about the next 3 or 4 minutes. Let's stick on the fire here. We're gonna probably make a couple little leaves. Now these little leaves that I'm making right now, I like to throw in random boxes when people purchase things. So I'll just take a leaf, pend it, and I'll throw it in a box. And that's what I like doing with the little bits of stuff. Sometimes I just take little things and I make little objects or items and I'll throw it into one of the boxes when we ship out. Doesn't mean every box gets one. It just means if I have some extra stuff, I toss it in there as a little bonus. It's like that, you just never know when you're going to get one. All right, so we got a little bit of a ball. I'm going to make it a little larger here. And my leaf maker's over here, so that's why I had to switch sides. So we're going to bring it up. Like that. Set this down someplace where I'm not going to burn my fingers. No, this is the kabuki. I know, Tess. I like this little bee. All right, so this is the amber purple while it's hot. It looks very, very transparent. We're going to grab the leaf maker here, the little grooves to make a leaf. We're going to smash it down. And then it left little ridges in there. Now, to me, this has a little leaf impression, but it does not look like a leaf. So we're going to transform it a little bit by creating a little pattern to it, a little bit of character. So we're going to heat it up. Now the amber purple is going to start changing color soon too. We're going to grab that leaf, bring it here, and then just pull it down a little. Like that. And then give it a little tiny bend. Okay, not much, just a little bend. Now look at how that amber purple is starting to get a little darker. I'm going to take this off here temporarily. Definitely going to put that. We're going to grab my trusty Spyderco and we're going to carve into it. All the way around. Then we're going to grip it. Straighten it back out a little. Now you can see that it has a little serrated edge all the way around. Gives it a little character. Got to put a little hook on it so it can hang as a little pendant or just a little trinket. It can either be a necklace, an ornament, whatever you want to do with it. I've had some people use it even on dog collars. So we're going to superheat that. Bring it down. Then smooth everything out. And then make sure it's straight. Okay, magic time. So definitely see how it got a little bit darker from that clear transformation there. We're going to change the color now by a lot. Okay. We're just going to heat this up, and we're going to heat it and cool it. So we just went a little bit hotter, and it got a little bit darker. Okay, let it cool off. And we're going to do it again. Heat it up and cool it off, and you can see it just got even a little bit more dense in the color there. We're going to do it again. Okay. And we're going to go one more time. We're going to do it one more time here. Like that. No, it does look kind of cool, right? Now remember I said there was going to be a very magical part to it that you weren't expecting. So if you are not familiar with this is the part where it gets really awesome. Okay, can you see how it's kind of amber orange? Watch this. I don't know if you can see it going blue. You can see that blue iridescence to it. Maybe way back here. I'll try and get as close as I can. But now you can see how it just goes all blue. So it will transform from that amber to the blue. Fail, thank you so much for the flower. My torch setup's pretty expensive. If you want to start off with it, you're going to be about $2,500 to $3,000 to get started. You do not need mine to get started. And I've said it way too many times. You do not even want to purchase my stuff. There we are. So there you can see just that. So these are little items that I throw in gift boxes. Like when people purchase stuff, I'll throw this in there because it's just like little random stuff. And that color of that leaf is all from this color right here. So it started off like that, which is a pretty awesome little color transformation. That's why I like it, because it constantly changes direction and what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of color mixing. Let's do some amber purple, some liquid metal. We'll create that for the body. No, we're going to make it for the wings. We're going to do a hummingbird with amber purple shimmer wings and tail, and we'll do the body out of a different color. So we're going to have to drill mix some glass. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the microphone again. Don't need much. Okay. All right, let's mix up this glass and create a unique color and make a hummingbird out of a totally unique color. What the hell did I just put that glass down at? Seriously? Don't get old. It sucks. I just lost that. Well, I got some here. We're going to use that. All right, so we're going to take these two colors and we're going to mix it up. I know it's somewhere in front of me, you know. Don't get old. It sucks. Okay, so we're going to take this off here. Park that up there. Oh, we got some more amber purple here. This will be good. Just like that. Yeah, the other option does. Yeah, the other option's worse. I gotta admit. I will agree with you there. Okay, let's grab this. And do I have a shorty? I do, right here. We're going to set that down, and then we're going to use a drill to mix everything up. Y'all ready? We're going to drill mix this. This is how you make color on a short batch. So when you want to do a custom batch, you make this way. Ready? That's got a little cracky right there. Little cranky. All right, there we go. A little bit more. That should be enough. Okay, then we're going to separate that. Get rid of that. So the first thing we have to do is pull this down into a usable rod, and then we will transform it into, we'll start the body of the hummingbird, and we will make a kick-ass hummingbird. Gonna be amazing. My live visibility is restricted. Search results, it reflects users for purchase products outside of TikTok. Live would defeat LP standards under blah, 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 blah. Okay. Apparently TikTok's restricting my live stream at the moment. So, okay. All right, so we're going to pull this down. So if you're on TikTok right now, you're probably going to glitch out. It's going to start kicking people out. Yeah, I know, Red Street. Yeah, we're definitely doing hummingbirds. I know, angry people. I don't care. Let people get angry. I don't give a crap. I just don't. All right, let's pull this down. We got to make a nice usable rod here. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful color. Oh, Betty, they're just angry. There's drama again. Someone's angry that I made a jellyfish, I think. I don't know. Don't care. Okay, so look at that color. It is very, very shimmery. It looks really good, too. Watch how the light hits it. I don't know if you can see it looks very silvery, but because of that amber purple there, it's going to have a little bit of a like an amber brown color to it in the end. All right, just 1 second. Unfortunately, on TikTok, if they're going to restrict me, I'm going to end my live stream on TikTok. So if you want to join me on YouTube, come on over to YouTube. I'm going to close out my TikTok if they want to be that way, and we'll just hang on YouTube. So come join me on YouTube if you feel like it, and we'll finish up over there. Yep. Have a good night, y'all. On TikTok, I'm going to stay on YouTube. So if you want to come join me on YouTube. I'm not going to let them do that to me. So I will end the TikTok. Good night. And there we go. All right, we're good. So now we're 100% dedicated on YouTube. That's right. Okay, I think we're going to do a white body with this. Let's make it white because I think it'll make that color pop out really well. I'm anticipating it will. Let me find a decent sized glass rod here. There we go. Yeah, let's do it out of white, and then that other color will look really, really good. I know. I got to be honest. TikTok has just been really going crazy with restrictions, and they're like, I don't understand it. They have all these different rules, and yet I see so much crazy crap on there. I just don't understand it. Okay, here we go. I enjoy being on you. I'm going to be honest. I enjoy being on YouTube a hell of a lot more. I do. Okay. Plus, I can make some kick-ass camera transitions. All right, so we're going to make the body here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to push it together a little. This rod's too skinny to make the size hummingbird I want to do. So we're going to bring it over here. I'm pushing it together right now. We're just building a gather. I want a decent sized hummingbird. I don't want it too small. A little bit more. So we're just going and going and going. And right about there. I think we're good right there. So the next part, we're going to kind of make this into more of a ball shape real quick. And then I'm going to pull my tail. That sounds bad. Pull my tail. We're going to pull a guideline for a tail. So the guideline is just a template, a little structure that tells me where the tail needs to go and how to put it on there. What direction, what angle, and to kind of keep it straight. So we're going to grip it here, and then we're going to pull like this. So this is my guideline for the tail. It just gives me the direction of how to lay it down properly. I'm hoping this is cooled off. So hot. Damn it. I'm going to separate it here. Grab this, put it way over here, pull it off a little. So let's make the tail. So we're going to start this way. Yeah, this color is going to look outstanding. I'm going to smooth it out. And we're going to go to the other side of the tail. Like that. There we go. This is going to be a pretty bird. I know it has been a night, but you can see the tail is just formed up right there. There, that's what I was looking for. We're going to punty up to the back here. This is going to let me finish the rest of the bird. And that's going to be the fun part right here. There's some sections of this that I absolutely love. I love making the wings and kind of the final assembly when it's all completed and how it looks. It's always satisfying to see how it comes together and what the end result is. That was cute. But we do have to put a clear hook on it. Gotta make a clear hook. We're going to just attach here. Pull up. And loop it around. There. And we got to tuck that hook in there. Tuck it away like that. Make sure it's nice and round. What this is for. And now my absolute favorite part, the actual wings. We're going to use the shimmer glass for the wings. This should look outstanding. I'm serious. This should look really, really good. These wings should shimmer. Grab there. There. We're just going to keep coming through. I can see the shimmer right now. A little bit of that amber purple coming in too. It's a beautiful color. Let's smooth that out. Give the wing a little bend to it so it has a natural look to it. And look at that. You can kind of see that shimmer happening with it. We're going to do the other side now. This is the more difficult of the two because the wing constantly wants to fall down into the body. So you have to go a little bit slower. And let the glass solidify a little more before finishing it off. So like right there, I got to wait and then pull it. Bring it out here, wait, then pull it. Bring it back up, wait, pull. And one more here. Wait, pull. And then we got to do the last little portion of it, which is a complete opposite direction of attachment. You bring it there, and then you pull forward. And smooth out that front end. Make sure the wing has a little bit of a curvature to it. So now we have two wings on there. Oh, I like this color combo. What do you guys think? Slim Pickens, thank you so much for the combo, the jewels. What do you think? You like that color combo? I do too. So the next step is super important. When you put the beak on, I have to go underneath the head and pull forward. Don't put it on the front. If you put it on the front, you're going to get a Pinocchio. So this one has to go on the bottom of the head, then pull it forward. Same thing with a dolphin. If you don't do it, if you put it right on the front, you're going to have a Pinocchio. Okay, and we're going to put the little eyeballs on. There we go, eyeball. And eyeball. I'm pretty happy with it. Look at that. Now we got a cute little hummingbird. Almost looks like a dove. It's like a combination dove hummingbird combo. Then we bring it over, and this is the fun part. Tap. I know, happy little accident, right? And smooth it out. So I can't hold it too much, but look at that color shining. Doesn't it look like metallic? The wings and tail? They look very metallic-y. I like that version. You can claim that, Betty. Yeah, that's a pretty piece. If you want one, that's a good one to claim, Betty. For sure. Yes, you certainly can. I can't get my ass straight on this chair. Damn it. It's like giving me a problem tonight. We got a little bit of this left. I'm going to save it for another project. We'll save that for a different project. What else did I have on my schedule? I actually completed everything tonight. I can't believe it. We actually did everything. Do you guys want to see the jellyfish real quick? I can bring the jellyfish out real fast. It can't stay out very long, but we can bring the jellyfish out that we did tonight. And it's going to be super amazing glowing. So there is the jellyfish. So that is the jellyfish we did tonight. And this is going to have uranium glowing off the back. I got to flip it around now. Wasn't that cool? So all those little tentacles are going to glow green like this. All of them are going to have that really cool green glow to it. That's going to be one of my favorite pieces ever. I think I'm going to have to redo it at some point too. Wandering Brian, thank you so much for is it Husky? Oh, thank you so much. Should we do a speed run on a bird? You guys want to do a timed speed run on a bird? You want to time it? We can do that. You want to try it? I'm going to say 6 minutes, start to finish on a hummingbird. I'm getting hiccups. But I need to find colors first. I can't do it without thinking about colors. We'll do lime green. Actually, I should have enough on here. I think I got enough to finish second bird. I think I'll do a second version of that white with that. I don't know how much that jellyfish is going to be. It's going to be absolutely, I'm going to have to really look at that. It took a long time, and it's got expensive glass in it. Like the glass itself was super expensive. All right, let's do a timed bird. Actually, we're not going to time it. We're just going to have fun. I don't want to time it. This is too cool. In fact, we're going to make the pea stub. Let's not do the hummingbird. We'll do the pea stub with those colors. We did a hummingbird. Let's do a pea stub. That'll be a little better. Yep, go for it. It'll still be about 6-7 minutes. I think it'll be in the 6-7 minute range. But I'm still going to show you the progress as we go through. So it'll slow me down a little. It's okay. It's worth it. So building the body is the part that takes the longest here. So you have to use these little skinny rods to build it up. Unfortunately, they don't make this particular color thicker. So it's always a pain in the butt to get it built up. Okay, so we're looking good. We got the body for the dove built. Now we're going to do the tail the same way. The difference is the tail doesn't get as long. So the tail's a lot shorter and a little wider. We're going to burn this off, heat it up, grab it, pull. Like this, let it settle for just a second. Grip it and pull. About right there. So that is the tail that we're starting with. Firm up my flame a little here. I'm assuming we didn't have any microphone problems tonight, like last night. I ended up restarting my PC and going through. I don't know what the problem was, but we definitely had some interference. All right, so we got the tail done. Like I said, not quite as long, a little wider, flaring out. There are ventilation requirements. You definitely have to have lots of fresh air. If I didn't have fresh air, I'd be passed out. And I have 2 carbon monoxide detectors in here. One very, very close to me, and then one pretty far away, so that no matter where in the room I'm at, it will detect it. Okay, let's get this, the head of the dove done. Like that. So now we've got the body, the head. We got to put a little hook on it. I'm going to do the hook out of white this time. I think I want it to blend. Okay. Looking good. I got to move it just a tiny bit. Yeah, so now we got a nice little hook on there. 4 a.m. Is it 4 a.m. for you cruising? I hope not. Okay, let's go. We're going to put some wings on. So these wings have to be a little bit different. They have to be flared out a little bit more to it. They can't be straight up and down like the hummingbird. Bring it out and go sideways this time. One more. I am liking that a lot. This color combo is beautiful for this. Julian, thank you for the high five. I appreciate you. I appreciate that, Julian. Thank you for the kind comment, too. Here we go. And one more. Went a little waffled on me there. There. That was trying to give me a hard time right there. And some eyeballs. A simple little pea stub like that. New subscriber from the UK? Well, thank you for that. So that is what, but this is where it's going to get really interesting. Again, I love shining the light on. Watch. Oh, there. Look at that shimmer. Can you see it kind of shimmering? Look how elegant that is. I love those color combos. Now that piece is elegant. And off it goes. Beautiful little piece. Oxygen and propane are the two gases. But was it 8 minutes, 11 seconds? Yeah, that was a little slow for me, but again, I'm kind of showing everybody the process too, so it takes a little time, but 8 minutes isn't too bad. It's not a bad time for it. Thank you, Daisy Girl. I appreciate it. Okay, it is 10 o'clock my time, and I have been streaming for 3 hours straight. So it is time for me to bid a good night to everybody. Betty, I will put that hummingbird aside for you too. And really, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm serious when I say I really thank you for hanging out with me. Can I make a duck? Actually, I think I can make a duck. I will try a duck maybe tomorrow. No, I can't do any animal. That's the worst thing you can hear from a glassblower when they say, I can make anything. No, you can't. So, all right. I appreciate all of you. Have a good night. Be safe. Enjoy your evening. That's okay. Just hit the subscribe and get notified, and I'll be on every day. Especially Christmas coming up. I'm going to be burning the hours. So I appreciate all of you. Have a good evening.